Hey everyone, Hybrid Toy Reviews here, taking a look at the Star Wars The Black Series Jedi Survivor Cal Kestis. This figure's based on his main outfit from the new game, which I am not playing yet, because I don't have a modern console. But I've been watching some playthroughs online, that way you guys can't spoil the story for me, so feel free to talk in the comments below. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the review and see if this figure is a good pickup for you. You guys know how it goes. As always, we start by taking a look at the packaging. This is our new plastic-free packaging, which is not going to be around long, thank God. I was not very keen on it when they did it, and I'm glad that it's going away. I will say, the aesthetics of it are as nice as plastic-free packaging can be, but it's plastic-free packaging, so it'll never be great. So you have the Black Series logo up top. Up above, a nice picture of Cal Kestis being pointed out by my Band-Aid finger. Please don't judge me, I stuck my finger in an alternator today. Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Cal Kestis, warning 4+, plastic-free packaging, Hasbro, Gaming Greats. This is a mainline Gaming Greats. I thought Gaming Greats might be in danger because they haven't announced a GameStop one in a minute, and then they just announced like 2 of them at the Celebration stream. So GameStop is still getting some Gaming Greats, but it's nice that they are doing total new figures like this, and then, you know, putting them in the main line because Gaming Greats has a lower budget typically as an exclusive line. So I like that we have like 2 Gaming Greats, sort of. This side of the box features some pretty cool artwork of Cal standing there stoically with BD1 peeping over his shoulder. This side features your Gaming Greats logo, the layout, you know, showing how tall the figure is and all the accessories. Plastic-free packaging, really have to hammer that home. Around back, you get the same concept art for the figure, or it's not concept art, it's a CG render of the figure. Yeah, the Black Series' name, bio, in varying languages. Pause and read whichever language best applies to you. Number 17 in the Gaming Greats lineup. Got a bunch of legalese, Disney, Hasbro, barcode legalese. Nothing remarkable here. So let's go ahead, open it up, take a look at what we're getting inside. Here we have Cal and BD opened up. Let's go ahead and start, as we always do, with the accessories. How about we start with the accessory character? Now, if you have any of the other Cal Kestis figures, you totally know what you're getting here with BD1. However, other reviewers have mentioned, and personally, I probably wouldn't have caught it had it not been mentioned. Here's the initial BD. You see, there's a little less paint, little less. There's no red around the black eye. There's no red punch-ins on the front. There's no yellow on the wires on the legs. Everything else seems to have made the cut. I will say it's weird that the paint budget was gone on a figure that was 100% reuse, as in there was no sculpting budget on this guy. So that's a little unfortunate, but ultimately he still looks very much like BD1 to me, but definitely a downgrade. Very good looking figure, though, I will say. Been a minute since we've actually had a new BD figure. Running through articulation on him, because he's little, but he does have articulation. Features a ball joint on the head, allowing the head to rotate and to pivot and to look up and down. I mean, he's got a good range of motion there. From there, his legs ball joint into the body hips, kind of, so they can swing in and out and forward and back, and, you know, basically 360 if the head gets out of the way. So then he features I'm going to call that a knee, or maybe an elbow, probably a knee. And he kind of has that dog leg janky forward foot thing going on. And then his feet don't have any articulation, but they are very nice and flat. So as long as you get him in a relatively decent leg position, he'll stand up. They're nice long feet, so you can get him kind of doing some, you know, some different stances. Ultimately, he pretty much just looks best sitting next to Cal, I will say. Running through other accessories, Cal in this game finally comes with a blaster. He's upgraded. He's not just swinging around his lightsaber. Looking very good. Looking very Western cowboy. It gives me kind of like space revolver vibes, except it doesn't really revolve that much. But I don't know. It's just what I think. I think like Rick Grimes' gun almost. Very nice silver paint, kind of like a reddish-brown handle on it. And it's just a good-looking pistol. He features a trigger finger on his right hand. I'll just show him. Just show him holding it. You got to get the trigger finger in the trigger hole, of course, but it's sculpted to where you kind of have to hinge his hand down to get him pointing. But you see, that's a pretty decent sized gun. You know, that's kind of where I got the Rick Grimes comparison from, just because it's a huge gun. Has a working holster, no straps or nothing, just sticks right in, and there you go, it's holstered. Now he also comes with a new lightsaber for the game. Now it's like between games he's just worked on his first game lightsaber a bit. Instead of it being a big double-bladed saber, it now has a pommel. It's not broken on the end anymore. Has a belt ring on it. Something I do not like about this. Now, this is a beautiful sculpt. It does everything you want it to do. Something I do not like on this is they did not paint it. This does not look like a lightsaber. This looks like a toy lightsaber. It's something that Hasbro's started to do a little bit. Always, 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 they've painted the lightsabers on the silver areas. And I noticed on the Grand Inquisitor figure, they also left it in the gray plastic. And it just stands out. I don't like it. I wish the silver was painted on this. So, ultimately, I mean, it's not a giant thing, but, like, come on, Hasbro. Paint it. Paint it. So, the blade is a very nice shade of blue. Like all other Black Series sabers, the blade just unplugs. As I mentioned, it's got a big D-ring on the end, and he has a peg on the belt. It's not really a hook, it's like a peg, but it just kind of sticks in the D-ring perfectly. And there you go. Sometimes you have to fiddle with it a bit. I've noticed sometimes it likes to kind of like swing out in front of them. I have gotten it to look like it's laying pretty good, though, so you just got to work it a little bit. But there you go. He's all geared up and ready for his missions. So, put that back together and set it aside. We'll set BD aside. And I gotta say, Cal is looking very excellent. Oh, man. He stands up pretty good. It's just because we're on camera. Cal is looking very excellent in this game. I really love the new outfit. I gotta be straight up. Like, from the first game, I really liked the Braca gear. I was never a poncho player. I mean, I took that poncho off as soon as I could in the game. I never put it back on. I know that's a hot take. Not keen on the ponchos. So I'm glad that he's kind of going for jackets and shirts in this game, you know, but ultimately, this default look, I gotta be straight up. I love it. I was default in the first game. I was never running around, you know, in the orange undersuit or any of that. I know I'm boring. I just don't care about alternate costumes. When I get the game, this is how I'm going to play the entire time. And I don't care about the double-bladed saber or the split sabers. I'm going to run around with the saber and the pistol setup. And that's just, it feels canonical to me. And this outfit is excellent. It looks sort of like a space-inspired Western vest. I do like the sash going over and the little like pouches up there. I mean, it's very, very simple Star Wars aesthetic is the best way I can describe it. But I really love this outfit. It's very simple, and it's just excellent. Now, something a lot of people have mentioned, and I kind of agree, they probably should have made a little port in the back of the vest there to stick BD's foot in so you can put him on his shoulder. As of right now, there's no way to do that. That's the same modification I may make. However, I'm also kind of debating, since I have another Imperial security droid, I'm kind of debating now I've got a few of these BDs, maybe like gluing his feet to the security droid, like when he takes them over, at least in the first game. I don't know if you can do that in the second game. But very good looking figure. Looking at the face, I gotta say, they've done a pretty decent job on the likeness here. It's not 100%, but man, is it 90, you know, or in the lower 90s. You know, it's pretty close. I really like the haircut in this game, how it's kind of long, it's combed back, the little shadow of a 5 o'clock, you know, shadow going on there. It's not super strong, and again, that's how I'm going to keep him in the game. I'm not doing the mullet, I'm not doing, you know, the other characters' hairstyles that are in there. You know, this is how I'm going to have them look throughout the entire game. I don't do personalization in games. It's just never been my thing. But, so it's a pretty decent likeness, I gotta say. I really do like it. The first game's figures, I gotta say, I mean, from the neck down, they were excellent. But, like, that's not Cameron Monaghan. This new one, I definitely see the Cameron Monaghan look in him a lot more. Just a decent-looking figure. To run through articulation, because this guy is completely new head to toe, features a double barbell neck. You can only look that high up, though. He's got, like, the high collar going on the vest. You can go that far down, which is all right. And then you can rotate and pivot. His arms can raise up that high, and then they have a good butterfly joint in there. 360 at the shoulder, with single-jointed elbows that go just past 90 and rotate 360 on the wrist, with the left one going up and down and the right one going up and down. Perfect for a lightsaber-wielding character. Features a mid-torso ball joint that's actually hidden by the rubber vest. Kind of like that. You can crunch that far forward, that far back. You can go side to side really far and rotate. His legs can kick all the way out. Really far forward, not much back. upper thigh rotation. Single jointed knees can go just past 90 and rotate, and then the feet can point basically straight down, a little bit forward, and there's a forward-facing pin for rocker in there. So he can do all of that Jedi posing that you could ever ask from him. To do some size comparisons, I'm going to drop in the first game, Cal Kestis, and they're pretty much the same height. I'll drop in the Gaming Greats Survivor B1, since as I understand they're actually kind of a more predominant villain in this game. I will drop in the 13th Battalion Clone. I don't believe we see those in the game. And maybe just a little spoiler alert, a cameo from the video game. As you see, they scale pretty good together. But yeah, I mean, all in all, these figures scale rather nicely together, and it makes for a pretty good addition to the shelf. So, end of the day, what do I think of the new Cal Kestis? I love it. I am incredibly happy to have this in the collection. It's an amazing outfit. Cal's best outfit yet. BD, kind of unfortunate he got neglected on the paint apps, and I've also noticed since I've put him on the table here, he has a weak left knee, at least on mine. He keeps wanting to kind of like collapse at the knee on the stand, so he's definitely getting glued to a K2 droid. Cal is excellent. I've had a lot of fun posing a blaster-wielding Jedi. Don't get to do that super often. So, you know, that's been a blast trying to get those to look good in posing. And I'm sure once I play the game, he'll strike some cool poses in there, too, that I get to recreate. If you are curious about posing this guy, Action Display, fellow member of the Creator Guild, just put out a great-looking video on that. He has some good poses in there, and it definitely helped me kind of just get the feel of what this figure does best. So go check him out. But yeah, all in all, Cal Kestis, an 11 out of 10 contender for best figure of 2023. I'm just saying that. He's a pretty good one. I think if you in any way care about the character at all, go pick him up. I know he has been popping in and out of stock on Amazon. My local GameStop has one. GameStop's actually getting this wave pretty early, so go ahead and check that out. But yeah, all in all, Cal Kestis, excellent looking figure and solid addition to the collection, so go get him. I'm going to go work on another video. Thanks for watching. It means a lot that you did. I'll catch you next time. Until then, may the Force be with each and every one of you. Bye.